is Rhydon for? That's a problem. It's 2 Stone Edge PP. I can't switch for obvious reasons. That's the last horn roll, at least. That's a bit brutal. You crit again. Oh, today is not going well. About 10% left. And you are paralyzed. I'm not sure if I can recover from this. of all things to potentially lose to. Skarmory 4. Not going for X's or twice and critting Latias twice with Braybird. That's a rough one. I'm not even sure if... It's going to be so close. Not sure if I should be substituting or acupressuring here. So the roll is 19 to 24 apparently on Brave Bird. The HP gets rounded down in those bars, and that looks a lot like a 5 pixel HP bar to me. So in other words, it's hard to know exactly what HP Scum is at. It's hard to know if it's actually going to faint to this weak hole damage. I am here. I'm doing calcs to try and see exactly what Skarmory's HP was. Yeah, I'm in a huge amount of trouble. I might be losing this. Because I'm not going to get a long setup against this Skarmory. I think I'd rather have a sub. What I'm settling on. I got rid of the life orb. The problem is it crit Latias twice. It's at -6 attack. I think what I'm going to do is sub and let the sub get hit by a Brave Bird once. 2 Brave Birds could break the sub. And then we'll just have to see what the next Pokemon is. So 1v3. I don't want to break the sub, so I will be Dark Pulsing here. Need to pray that the next Pokemon that comes in isn't too scary. Fuck. Acupressure doesn't work behind a sub. Okay. ID 39 to 46. This looks like a loss. All I can do for now is Dark Pulse. I could get 4 flinches, or 3 flinches and a crit. Might be a chance. I need a lot more than that. Goodbye, substitute. Oh, we didn't even get a good roll. It's above 60. That was 2 bad rolls. That's really unlucky. That means I'm not even going to be able to beat it with another 2 flinches, probably. If I get hit by Earth Power once, I will probably lose the final matchup anyway. I think I have to acupressure. I need evasion. I think only evasion would save me. Special defense wouldn't be enough. This thing will free shot, even when I'm at +2. I could get special attack. If I get special attack, I would only need 1 flinch then. I think I have to acupressure. I need evasion. I might need more than evasion, actually. I probably need evasion, Gastrodon to miss, and then I probably also need special attack. Well, if I get evasion and special defense, maybe. It's probably not good enough. I guess at -2. So it kills me through rest, but if it uses the wrong move before I rest, then it might not. So I need it basically to like Surf or Ice Beam on the turn I rest, which means I need to be at super low HP when I rest. It does about 70. So I can't let it hit me now. Special defense might be good. I need a lot more. I don't think I can let it hit me this turn, because if it hits me this turn, I'm going to have to use rest, and I'll be using rest on Earth Power. I need to move myself into range of another attack for when it hits Earth Power. I don't think I can go for another. If I acupressure again and it's not special defense, then Gastrodon's just going to kill me with Earth Power. Yeah, I'm thinking about using sub exactly. If I do 1 sub, then after that sub gets broken and I get hit by Earth Power, I'll be in Surf range. I still need it to choose Surf or Ice Beam. I suppose if Surf, Ice Beam and Earth Power all KO, it's only a 1/3 chance it uses Earth Power. It's got 8 Earth Powers left. I would have to do that twice. It's not too unlikely, I guess, if I can manipulate that correctly, and if it doesn't get any special defense drops. That gives me a 5 in 9 chance of winning, roughly. It's not too bad. Okay, so special defense was quite good, actually. I will have to sub, though. Got 7 left. I almost think I'd rather Dark Pulse. I could flinch crit. Let's see, if I sub twice, it goes down to 5 Earth Power PP. Just give myself more outs with the flinch game plan, right? It's 5 times I can't get special defense dropped. I'm not very likely to win this fight. It might be a lot safer to try and kill this thing. I don't like acupressure that much because I think even if I get special defense, I'm still going to have to be resting on those remaining 6 earth powers. And if they get a drop, then actually I do just faint to it. So acupressure would just be for evasion, which would help a lot. But I could still lose under evasion, obviously. It just needs to hit 3 attacks. It was 1 in 7 to gauge boost. The thing is, even if I get evasion, I don't win. Even if I get evasion or special defense again, I don't win. I would just be more likely to survive my rest turns. The upside of Dark Pulse is it gives me a way to directly win. Yeah, special attack is useless at this point. Unless I think the most likely way to win is to flinch or crit, which it might be. The Dark Pulse damage is 39 to 46. Which is about 18.5 to 21.5. It does about 20% on average. A good Dark Pulse with a flinch particularly a crit as well, I might be able to push Gastrodon to kill range. I think I'd rather gamble on the final Pokemon than try and live through this Gastrodon using Earth Power. That's really good for me. It looks like the roll was quite average though. I could get a good roll and crit or flinch. I could win here. Well, not win. I get rid of Gastrodon. Yeah, I agree. Just hitting it is a move. Another out, exactly. Another chance to win. And double sub is going to, I think it will land me in Surf Earth Power range and not Surf Earth Power Ice Beam range, which is what I would need the double sub to feel better. I don't think the Dark Pulse rolls have gone very well so far though. It's a lot closer to 25 than it is to 20. This is so awkward now, actually. If I sub twice, I'll go to 39 HP. Which is basically perfectly wrong. It means I can't sub again, because I'm not at 45, and it means I'm very unlikely to be in surf range. And if I sub once, I'll be in earth power range. So it's not sub this turn, that's for sure. I wish it was just slightly more damaged. I'm not going to kill that without a crit. I'm wondering if acupressure is worth it now because... But I do get hurt. I would have to get hit up to 40. Get +2 special defense and the acupressure boost. I'm just thinking that a special attack boost now actually works with acupressure. This is probably the last turn I have to make a real choice. Special attack would be really good. There's no doubt about that. I would then be able to just kill this. And after I kill it, I would be at, what, 61 life-ish? Maybe a bit higher if I'm lucky on the Earth Power roll. Low 70s. I'd be around 60 life. +2 special attacks, +2 special defense. I would probably win against most special attackers. I'd also win against anything that Drapion can bully with Dark Pulse. I also automatically win against everything in the back which just doesn't do enough damage to pre-shot as long as it's slow. And I beat all terrible Pokemon, but there aren't many terrible set 4s. Special attack would definitely be pretty good. I'd much rather go with that than risk the rest looping stuff. Special defense would also be really good. Just thinking if I can get special defense and so I would probably be winning then. Evasion is okay. Anything else I'd be back to the same winning scenario where I have to have Gastrodon not Earth Power on the turn I rest. No, the acupressure can boost any stat that isn't at +6. That's the way it works. The problem with acupressure is the same as the problem with clicking Dark Pulse, though, which is, what if Gastrodon gets a good Earth Power roll, puts me in a HP range where I can't sub, and I'm not in Surf range? I want Earth Power to either do a lot of damage and put me in Surf range, or have a low roll so I can sub. I guess an additional benefit of acupressure is that if I do get evasion and I dodge I would be in an incredible position. I'd be able to just sub-spam. In fact, I'd win if that happened. I feel like evasion, special attack, and special defense are all scenarios where I would be able to I'd be incredibly likely to win. That's 3 and 7, which feels like it's better than flinch or crit from Dark Pulse. And I can't substitute. I'm at the completely wrong HP value right now to substitute twice, and I can't substitute once, so I'd be in Earth Power range. I think it is Acupressure. I need special attack, special defense, or evasion, or I need the Earth Power roll to be very high or very low. And I also need no special defense drop from the Earth Power. And actually, if the Acupressure boost is one of the 4 things I don't want, although defense and speed wouldn't be too bad for what I'm about to say, I could just go for the Dark Pulse crit/flinch anyway. If I could get +2 defense or +2 speed, that would be pretty good going into the final 1v1. I would need to get a crit or flinch though. That's not too bad actually. So Acupressure, I have the 3 and 7, and then if I get the 4 and 7, I still have like a 26% chance to flinch or crit Gastrodon. The advantage of going Dark Pulse is that specifically the flinch chance, I entered the final matchup with +2 defense, special defense, sorry, and 127 health. It's not bad. That is not bad. But that's a 20% chance. If I don't get that, I'm extremely low going into the final 1v1. And against a set 4, I probably do lose. I would only beat something really terrible in the back. That's really close. I don't know which one is correct out of Acupressure and Dark Pulse. I think Acupressure has a better chance of working out. The one thing I will say in support of the double Dark Pulse line is that the same upside exists, where if Gastrodon gets a very high or very low Earth Power, I can potentially escape out to that. I think I'd rather just kill it in that scenario anyway. I don't think that applies. Okay, let's Acupressure. No. That's literally the worst one. That's a terrible roll though. Okay, so I do get the sub at least. Guaranteed to Earth power again, yes. Okay, so I'm in the scenario I thought I'd be in anyway, where I need it to Surf or Ice Beam this turn. Or I will lose. I will just lose. If it doesn't Surf or Ice Beam, it's just over. And I'll have to rest sleep again. Come on. It's a 2 in 3 chance. It's huge. It's going to Earth power. Oh, I might even be able to sub. The next roll is terrible. Please stop. Shit. That drop. I think it's over. Well, actually, I have a decent chance of surviving. I would need it to Sludge Bomb. God, 25%. And then I could survive 2 Earth powers. Or maybe if it's Surf, Earth power, it might see the kill with Surf again. That would also work. It's a bit above 25% then. Makes it slightly better than Dark Pulse. Please. No special defense drop. Also, this needs to be a bad roll. I know it does about 90 on average. That was a pretty good roll. I'm dead. I'm definitely favoured to die. Okay. Drapion is doing it. Yes, Earth Power again. I'm going to need Surf. What is scariest about this? I'm not even safe. This Ice Beam will be in place shortly. I think I just have to try an acupressure now. Please waste your Ice Beam PP when I'm asleep. I'm not going to be able to play around the freeze much. I can kill you now. Do I want to though? Still don't have defense or speed or evasion. It's not actually over. It could still freeze me, couldn't it? I wonder how greedy it would be to keep boosting. Probably pretty greedy. Staraptor 4. That was ridiculous. You did power trick. Should I take my item back then? I didn't get O-code. Or should I just memento you? I think I have to memento. Out of respect for Latias being crit. And the fact that I do need this at -4. While it still has Stone Edge PP. That is -4. I'm not sure if Stone Edge would break Drapion's sub. Attack is the worst boost, especially if it's going to swagger me. I can stay in for one turn. Don't want to lose to a Shuckle after winning the last game. There's the defense boost. Unknown Glaceon fears does put some fear in me. I'm worried about missing Glaceon 1. If I miss, I'll have to just flash. The chance of missing is the same as the chance of being frozen anyway. Double team is Glaceon 1 or 2. I don't think Trick is a smart idea. Yeah, I don't think this Trick is a smart idea. If it is Glaceon 1, it's going to Baton Pass really soon. It's Glaceon 2. Dawn is annoying, but there's nothing I can do about it. What do my notes say on Golem? Ideally, I do preserve Mismagius, that makes sense. Defense is big. Oh yeah, your Claydol. Well, it can't be a quick claw on the back, so I'm not as concerned about getting the sub up. It's fine, I'm not scared of Absol 4. Probably more scared of the Swagger set, actually. Razor Claw. That was some hell. That set was some hell. Straight from hell. No, it's not Infinite One. It went first. That matters slightly. That matters more. It's specifically the confusion that would concern me, rather than the damage output. The defense helps a lot. That's annoying. Next time we're going to flash this thing. Any crits? The concern, as always, is set 4. Fairly big streak. My record is 1,067 or something. Fairly big streak. Yeah, we're going for double cripple. So we can remove Mold Breaker from things like Rampardos and Pincer and Hypercutter, and so that we don't get exploded on turn 1. Well, new. I played a very similar team to this about 6 months ago. So... the team I played before was Drifloon, Lopunny, Drapion, but it was very similar in spirit to this, where it's just two cripplers, skill swap, memento. So yeah, we are not playing quickly, but we are playing. Yeah. How was your stream? I last checked in, I think you were at 78 wins or something. Round 13, nice. So you got through to Noland on round 12. This is awkward, it has one more Ice Beam, I think. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, nice. Swampert Latios. Very nice. Acupressure does show the stats is increasing. It fails behind a substitute. This is the big limitation of the team, is that I can't boost behind a sub. So I have to PP stall ice moves so they don't freeze Drapion. If Acupressure worked behind a sub, this team would be much stronger. I mean, it probably is the best Gen 4 tower team anyway, but you know, I'm playing to prove that, I guess. It is funny, Miss Magic gets a roll. I think Latias, the weird tech on this team, to be honest, is Latias as Draco Meteor. Because I was running Raw on Latias. But then I was thinking about it more, and I was thinking, actually, everything I want to Raw, I would rather just smash in the face with Draco. All of the very annoying, very deadly stuff, I'd rather just nuke them. No, this is a new team. The world record team is quite similar, very, very similar to the one that I got 1067 with. Yeah. To be transparent, I the lead Mesprit, yeah. Jumpman 16. To be transparent, I played the number 1 and the number 2 tower teams. Both to test them and to try and get a big streak, and they both heavily underperformed compared to the world record, which isn't a good look because I'm playing with full AI knowledge. I know how the AI works in Gen 4, and they didn't 15 years ago, and I didn't get that close to their streak, and I had a lot of close calls, and I don't feel like I really misplayed. Perhaps I did slightly. But yeah, it's not a great look for the leaderboard, really, if the streaks can't be reproduced in any real certainty, but it's the world we live in. Write you 1 or 2. Garchomp is incredible, to be fair. It's something that happens a lot on these teams is you get stuff like Choice Scarf, Head Smash, Rhyperior, and you just have basically no time to set up, and it's extremely difficult to cripple that because of Mold Breaker. So if you run double setup, I feel like you have to run Garchomp, because otherwise you're just too insecure into basically the Pokemon that kill themselves too quickly to set up on. Yeah, I've played all of the top leaderboard teams at this point. Yeah, Mismagius, the team I'm playing right now is my own idea, which changed from the Drifloon team. The Drifloon team was fun because it was a level 48 Drifloon, and the idea was that it always got attacked, and it always activated Unburden with Focus Sash. The problem is, Drifloon is slower than stuff like Jinx 4, and Jinx 4 can just freeze it with Ice Beam, and then it doesn't get the Thunder Wave Memento off, and then if it doesn't get Thunder Wave Memento off, then Jinx 4 can like go and freeze Strapion and stuff. Mismagius has a different set of problems, but I think Mismagius is slightly better than Drifloon. So you skill swap. The big one is Clear Body, so we can charm Metagross, we can charm Regirock, we can Memento Regice. Another big one is Mold Breaker, Hyper Cutter. In a few situations I might want to like remove Blaze from Flare Blitz Infernape. I've done that before. I remove Speed Boost from Yanmega. Yeah, and then Trick. Trick is basically to remove Choice Band, Choice Scarf without giving it a Choice Scarf back, and it's to remove Life Orb. Yeah. Knockoff would be better than Trick. The only problem with Trick is that Mismagius gives up its Focus Sash. So if I Trick, I have to be okay with Mismagius fainting to a crit, which is normally fine. I had a horrendous game earlier, which was the game earlier. I had Skarmory 4, which is Brave Bird Life Orb, and it has a chance to X's or Brave Bird Latias, obviously, but it Brave Bird Latias twice and crit twice, and it Brave Bird Mismagius, so it was almost dead. I came so close to losing. That match took like an hour. If you watch the VOD, It's like, I think most of this stream is that single match. But yeah, this team is built around a level of safety, which is basically stuff like, how do we never get frozen? How do we never lose to double crit? How do we never lose to quick claw explosion on turn 1? How do we never lose to Metagrows when it gets double Meteor Mash boosts? Oh yeah, that's the most common. That's really common. T-Wave Memento is often enough. And the interesting tech is, I've discussed it with other people, it's Crunch versus Dark Pulse on Drapion is interesting. The big one for Draco Meteor is there are trainers in Gen 4, which their whole specialty is they run Pokemon with Explosion and Pokemon with Oko moves. And there's a risk that Drapion loses to something like Sheer Cold Lapras, Sheer Cold, and then Quick Claw Sheer Cold. Drapion's now dead. If that happens, I still have Draco. There are also a few other Pokemon where if they hacks Mismagius badly enough, I need to kill them because I can't set up Drapion on them. But the biggest discussion point on this team is actually it's Crunch versus Dark Pulse. Crunch does more damage, but Dark Pulse does more damage to Rhydon, Rhyperior, and a few others. And most importantly, it doesn't make contact, so I don't have to worry about static or flame body or effect spore. Effect spore is 30% in Gen 4, not 10%. Also, I two-shot Skarm 1. Skarm 1 has Roar. Roar can miss, but if Roar goes off, that can be pretty bad. Yeah, and the flinch chance is nice. But there are some arguments for Crunch, like I one-shot Entei 1 with Crunch. I one-shot Jinx with Crunch. It's so funny. It's like the number of Pokemon that learn these 4 moves is tiny. The one way I wish I could change this team, the one thing that annoys me most about this team is the fact that Latias is weak to Ice. I would love to be able to switch Latias out of Ice moves and not worry about Drapion getting frozen, but I can't do it. So often Latias just gets completely sacrificed. Like I can't switch Drapion into an Ice Beam, ever. Yeah, the problem with Uxie is that the opponents sometimes explode on it. Which is okay. And Gallade's kind of slow. If Uxie was a ghost type, it would be perfect. I guess Uxie is also a little bit slow. But yeah, there's a Pokemon, there's a demon Pokemon. Let me copy and paste it for you. 1 second. Look at this thing. This is nightmare fuel. This thing has ended so many runs. It's what's killed the most runs in the Gen 4 tower. It's a complete monster. U-turn is really random. Earthquake hits really hard, and Guillotine is obviously a nightmare. So the one nice thing about this team is that if it's a Gliscor free lead, Gliscor free is guaranteed to U-turn, which does break the sash, but it's much better than having to face Gliscor free. Yeah, it's a nightmare. What's funny is that it's not that good in Factory. It's like a really good anti-Trick Scarf Pokemon. Yeah, it got Sash as well. Yeah, it's not great in Factory. Like, it's scary. When it turns up, you're like, oh no, I'm going to lose to Guillotine, but there are much scarier Pokemon in Factory. Meganium 2. Stuff like this is like, I hate playing and stuff like this because I'm going to have to stall out of Leech Seed. There's a lot of games like this which take like 50 turns. Yeah, Meganium 2 is not good in Gen 4, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, Sash is an amazing item. The I feel like Garchomp Free is so underrated even by me. I was playing on Cart yesterday. I was playing Factory on Cart on round 5, and Garchomp Free carried so hard. Drapion being like the MVP of the tower is really funny. But yeah, it was Jumpman who really pushed the idea with Drapion. Like, this Drapion's funny. It's basically completely invested in HP and Spadef. I've got no speed, almost no defense, no attack, no special attack. It's all in on defense. One of the scariest things that you can... Oh, yeah, another use of skill swap is Sticky Hold. So Muck and Gastrodon are actually really... It's quite funny, but they're really threatening. This is really scary, this guy. This thing is a problem. Yeah, and Muck 4 has Explosion. I actually need to see if you are the Life Orb set or not. You are. I hate how common Quick Claw is. I think I'm going to sacrifice Latias. I think I'm going to switch to Drapion. Drapion can take the Dark Pulse. It will then Air Cut, so I switch to Latias and then I Trick. Latias dies to Dark Pulse. Maybe. Actually, Latias will probably survive. And then I set up on the Dark Pulse. Choice Scarf. So we go Drapion, then on the Air Cutter we go... It's funny, Trick, the Choice Scarf, the Trick on Latias is actually a very rare move. I really do not use it very much. But it's really important when it is in use. No Memento because I wouldn't be able to safely remove the Life Orb. And because I want to try and keep at least one of the 2 cripplers alive if possible. Yeah, Life Orb is a really big problem in Gen 4. Not because it makes it stronger, but because they die. Although, to be fair, 9 turns of setup is often enough. It's just that, well, acupressures are funny. It's a funny move, acupressure. Sometimes you just don't get the boost you need, and you're waiting there for like 18 turns. I have to keep track of the acupressure boost when I know I need to, but it's really easy. I just count it on my fingers. It was the scariest thing that could happen to this team. Missing, it's happened before. The scariest thing that can happen, the way this team lost last time, is if a Bright Powder or Lax and Sense set shows up and I miss Trick and then I miss Memento. I've done that before. Also, this Regice could totally just freeze me before I can Memento it, and then I would have to flash. $76. I'm not sure if that rules out Regice free. Probably does. I think it has to be modest. It's got battle armor. It is Regice 1. It's run out of ice beams. Charge beam could be scary here. Oh yeah, another point on Dark Pulse versus Crunch. If I run no attack IVs, I do less damage to myself with Confusion. Signal Beam Confusion is not a problem with Dark Pulse Drapion. It can be a problem with the Crunch set. I mean, in a different situation where I was lower on life, obviously Confusion would then be scary. Are we going to crit this or not? Oh, you know what else is really funny? There's a Quick Claw Muck with Destiny Bond. No, Quick Claw Wheezing with Destiny Bond. I've got to watch out for that as well. That would be a really funny loss. I can only acupressure 21 times. How did I turn the... I mean, the Skami battle was scary as shit. Basically, I played to the out. I tried to play to the out of killing Gastrodon. And then, when that didn't work, I had to play to the out of intentionally getting Drapion super low on HP, so that Gastrodon wasn't going to Earth Power. Or it had a chance of not Earth Power, and then it didn't do that. But yeah, that was luck to avoid that loss. I will have to trick this. It's at -1. I might have to do 1 or 2 flashes here. Actually, you know what I do? I switch out, stall out all of the Surf PP, switch back in and lock it into a different move. God, that's not fun. Well, we can acupressure for fun. If I get really lucky boosts, maybe I'd have to waste more time. Nice job, Jappion. Anything but special defense. I should definitely switch back. I hate that this is optimal. But yeah, we need... There are a few Pokemon we need the max setup for. Can you imagine playing this without speed up? It does check. So if you have like +6 attack, you can't get it. Oh, I met a follower goal. Thank you for whoever followed. I'm not a real streamer, so I haven't got anything set up to know who that was. This is a slight problem if it crits with enough wood hammers. Avalanche is a yeah, thanks, Jumis. Avalanche is a really scuffed move. It just randomly has a chance to get +2. I'm not sure if it's the same in Gen 3 actually. I'm not switching Latias into a potential crit Avalanche though. Right. I mean, like, Revenge, Avalanche. Payback also has really weird AI. But yeah, the doubled setup teams have a rough time into Ice Trainers with Garchomp, just because of Snowcloak, basically. Yeah, I think it's just Revenge. I totally meant to click rest, and I forgot where it was. Oh yeah, Sucker Punch is incredibly broken, which is good, because otherwise it'd be incredibly scary. I must say, the closest thing to this team is the Gen 5 Subway teams, where they run Sableye and then Durant as double cripple. Like, this is very close. This is very close to those, where they run like Taunt and stuff on Sableye or Whimsicott or something. Always forget your moves. What is the item of Mr. Mime 3? It's Cassib. I have to remove the choice specs from Mr. Mime 4. Oh wait, Mr. Mime's going to break my overlay. Don't look. Don't look too closely. It is Specs Mime, yeah. We need to take away the specs. And now it's a bit awkward. Well, I don't ever get hit by Focus Blast this turn. I'll have to sit out this Focus Blast PP. I forgot you had Charge Beam. Oh, I forgot you had Charge Beam. It's not too bad though. I'm just deciding if I want to... I need to switch out, deciding if I want to flash into Memento or if I want to trick. Just lock it into Shadow Ball. Acupressure doesn't work behind a substitute. It's the biggest problem with this team. It would be amazing if Acupressure worked behind a sub, but it doesn't. Acupressure does work behind a sub in later gens. It's just Gen 4. Because you can target your teammate in doubles with Acupressure. I think that's why it fails. It's technically a targeted move. The fact they changed it in later gens makes me think it was an accident. I mean, it's Acupressure is almost never used. You didn't get another boost. You're only at +1. It's a lot safer to not risk multiple Charge Beam boosts, so I'll just trick, I think. I'm not going to get a full setup. That special defense boost drop is so annoying. It's funny how you don't think it would be an issue, but Shadow Ball and Crunch are actually quite deadly if you don't get the right Acupressure boosts. Like, you'd think locking something into Crunch is good, but I've had to switch out of Crunch and Shadow Ball in the past a lot of times. Right. But you know what the best thing about Acupressure sweeping is? It's the accuracy boosts. It's the fact that you don't have to worry about missing Bright Powder Mons. There's something about that which feels amazing. The fact that you're not scared of it. You're still a little bit scared of very bulky Quick Claw Mons, but there's almost no way around that, really. Okay, I've just got like incredible luck on this Mr. Mime for whatever reason. I'm going to keep that in mind. In fact, I'm remembering about 2 weeks ago, I made a note of not removing choice specs from certain Pokemon. Such as Mr. Mime and Slowbro for this reason. Lanturn 4. Poor Lanturn, Lanturn drops off so hard from Gen 3 to 4. I don't want to get paralysed by T-Bolt. Potentially lose that way. It does, yeah, I can't T-Wave. I can skill swap T-Wave. I guess I might as well do that. The problem with that is that if I do that, I'm potentially risking not being able to Memento, because I could skill swap, take a Surf, then it will Surf again, and if Surf crits, I wouldn't be able to Memento. Thanks, Honeymoon. See you later. So I think we'll just Memento, it's a lot safer. And also I don't really want to waste any of the Surf PP. I want it to have high Surf PP so I can finish setting up before it starts Ice Beaming or Signal Beaming. There's a lot of Pokemon like this where it's like, it's really tempting. It's like, oh, I could remove its item and stuff, but you just have to play really safe. That's why top level tower is not actually that interesting, I think. But it's interesting for a little bit. It's not a lot of fun to play. I'm not having fun. I think I said this to you before. I want to play literally anything else. Oh, LMXC, actually, I'm not sure who saw it. The funniest stream was the Battle Tower multi-link with the doubles AI. I broke the record in that on like the first attempt, or the second attempt or something. That was so much fun. It was a bit like, it reminded me a bit of The Factory, where it's like you bring your own mons and then you're trying to draft for your like teammate. And you have to know how the AI works to know what your teammate's going to do in situations. That was really fun, actually. I was not expecting that to be so entertaining. That was like 2 or 3 streams ago, I think. I think they have the same thing in Gen... No, they do. They have the same thing in Gen 3, but I'm not sure if it's as much fun there. This is Swampert 3. It's really ugly, isn't it? This was a tricky one. What I want to do is Memento Flash. I don't know if I can actually do that though. What might be a lot smarter is to switch and count and switch and trick. Because I don't want to switch Drapion into an Ice Beam, basically, for obvious reasons. It's going to Muddy Water here. If Muddy Water got the accuracy drop and prevented Trick, that would be pretty tilting. But yeah, I'm not the Gen 4 counter Miracle AI is broken. It's really funny. It looks up the Gen 3 types for physical and special split, and it applies them in the wrong way. So Latias is Dragon and Psychic, which are both special types, which means that the AI is really likely to use counter against Latias. They got it backwards. There we go, yeah, there we go. Just one of those weird things. It doesn't even make sense because there's a physical special split in Gen 4, but I guess no one changed it. Yeah, it's the fact that they use Gen 3 typing. It's funny, if I'd locked that into Ice Beam, it would have been quite scary. I would have had to have stalled out with Ice Beam with Substitute and then tricked it back. I hate Jolteon leads. Because they outspeed me, I can't scout them. And I'm always worried about missing Memento into the Lax Incense. Well, I was fast in that Jolteon, which means one thing. Oh, sorry, it's Jolteon 2, yeah. Jolteon 2 runs, no. It's a 255 attack, 255 special attack victim, yeah. No, I get confused. This is the problem with playing 2 gens. I get confused between Gen 4 and Gen 3 sets so often. I get it really badly with set 1, because set 1 is quite rare in Gen 4 outside of the factory, but even in the factory you don't really use set 1s that much because they're on the dumb AI rounds. There's a very, I mean, it's like you said, there's a very long list of Pokemon where I just win by using Memento and setting up Drapion. That's all that you need to do. There's an even longer list where you just T-Wave Memento, and then everything else, it gets increasingly complicated on what you need to do to win. Oh yeah, I should also say the lore behind Drapion. There is one thing in the whole tower that Drapion is scared of after setting up, which is Magnezone 2. I'm going to put it on screen. This thing, Iron Head breaks the sub. It psychs up, it uses Psych Up, doesn't take that much from Dark Pulse or Crunch obviously, and then it just has a random chance to explode at any point. So Magnezone 2, if you kill the lead, Magnezone 2 comes out and explodes on Drapion at the wrong point. That's another reason to have Draco Meteor on Latias. Because at least, like, in a 1v1, a Scarf Latias is decently likely to just win with 2 Draco Meteor. It's funny because there's all these Pokemon where, like, Magnezone 2 is terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, it's like, it's okay. It's not a great set, though. It's the worst Magnezone set. But it's the biggest problem for this team. It's the same with, like, this is actually really scary. I think I mentioned this earlier. Skarmory 1. Skarmory 1's a problem. Which is just funny. It looks like an OU set. I've gone so slowly this stream. I've done 42 battles in like 3 hours, but I had 3 extremely scary games, so I'm not too bothered by it. I think I'll go over 550 at least. It's funny because if there's clean opponents, I can win in like 10 minutes. It wouldn't be too bad, actually. Wouldn't be ideal, but it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. I think I've played all of the good Gen 4 tower teams that we know about, except for one, which is Action's Ninjask team. So what that is lead Uxie with a very similar set to Miss Magius. And then it's Ninjask that Baton passes speed boosts to a wide lens Viperia. And I think Action got like 500 or something with it. It has a lot of the same problems as other teams though. Where it's like, oh yeah, you don't want to lose Uxie, you don't want to be exploded on, you don't want to be U-turned on. But yeah, I think B-Park mentioned it, but I'm following one of the Gen 4 factory guys. What they do is they play like 20 different save files or something, and they get them all to like, the first thing they do is they get them all, as many they can, to like 49 on multiple streams, and then when they have like 10 save files at 49 wins in the factory, they play them all and see how many they can get to 70, and then they keep doing that until they have like a bank of save files all at 70 wins in the factory. And then on I think in a few days time he's doing a stream where he has like 7 different save files all at 70 wins. He's going to try and get 100 wins. Which is just a strange way of playing, but I guess it's legit. I need to remove the Quick Claw, because although -6 Earthquake doesn't kill Drapion in 3 hits, if it Quick Claws on the 4th turn, that would be awkward. I assume it's Emulator, but he never does speed up, so maybe he does actually have... The thing is, I don't speak Japanese, I don't know what's going on. He might actually have like 10 different cards, I don't know. I think it's... The thing is, it just confused me. I just do one at a time. Nice Quick Claw. So yeah, here. If it still had its Quick Claw here, I could lose. It is weird as well how it's just, I think it's the same as Gen 3. Just have a random chance of using moves with a high critical hit ratio. Yeah, most of the scary stuff is physical. Which is good because there is what is it called? There's no move in Gen 3 or 4 which drops special attack without something weird like Captivate or Memento. Is it Confide? I can't remember. I mean, also, Thunderwave is like horrendously broken in really fun ways. Like, it is crazy how good T-Wave is just for buying random turns. I mean, I mean, everyone who's following the competitive metas knows about the discussions around paralysis. And yeah, T-Wave is a really good move. I don't think there's any Heracross I'm scared of. I just need to be careful about T-Waving Guts. So it's going to give me time. I will skill swap and T-Wave it. It's not. Looks like adamant damage. I'm kind of tempted to T-Wave it, actually. The problem is that Mega Horn crit obviously does kill Latias. And if it is an Earthquake set, I need it to be at -4, really. It's funny how it Earthquakes because I skill swapped as well. I don't need to put it to -6. And I'd rather keep Latias alive if possible. Give me defense, there we go. I like having Draco. Maybe it's wrong. It makes me feel better though. I mean, obviously, I've got, I think I'm running like 12 special attack EVs or something on that Latias, but it makes me feel better just to have it in the back. Roar would be to get rid of anything which I can't set up on, basically. There are a few things. It's basically when something goes really wrong. So like Heatran 3, I miss Trick and I miss Memento, and now Heatran 3 has Earth Power and Bright Powder. I would just have to roar it. Doesn't happen a lot, but it's like the best third move, or best fourth move. Funnily enough, Heatran 3 is not something that is solved very well with Draco Meteor. But it's fine. I lost to Heatran 3 last time, so that means I won't lose to it again, right? Magnezone 4 can be a problem. You're locked into Roar, but at least you don't just lose. And hopefully the thing that comes out next is not too much of a problem. But yeah, the fact that you get locked into Roar and Roar has negative priority, I was thinking about that. I was like, that is part of the reason I was like, I might as well just Draco twice. Earth Power. To be honest, I need to get my notes out and get a full list of what I'd actually be. I could run HP Ground, yeah. The thing I like about Draco is that I just win like generic 1v1s. I could run Earthquake. Yeah, anyway. It's one to think about. I quite like the idea of just doing a huge amount of damage to someone like Rhydon, though. The trainers that have Pokemon that can stop a Toothless Sweep overlap quite heavily with that stuff. I think I need to flash this because of the charge beam problem. Surf. Getting a tiny bit low. There's a special defense. I must say, a lot of the animations look different without 10 times speed up. But yeah, I agree. On Magnet-wise. This might be the worst set in Gen 4. It might be. I'm trying to think of a situation where you'd take this willingly in Factory. And I think it's up there with Shuckle 2 in, like, I don't think you'd ever take this. Like, I don't... To be fair, actually, this is better than Shuckle 2, but still. Look how Facade is slowly moving him up the screen. Drifblim is flying away. It's a bug with Facade. It's Facade. Whenever it uses Facade, it moves up a bit. Yeah, it's actually it's quite funny. Metagross 1 does the same thing. It's even funnier when Metagross does it, though. Wait, was this Alfred? I think Alfred is set free, and he is. This is annoying. I just got to count. I'm trying to think if it's guaranteed to not... Wait, it's going to Fisher because I skill swapped. I'm not floating anymore. Yeah. That's really funny. There was an interesting game I had a few weeks ago where this Walrein hit 8 out of 10 Oko moves. Luckily, I still won because this team is kind of broken, but it was funny. I've put it on the channel. I think it's like, what do they call it? Like aimbot Walrein. He's gonna do it again. Not bad. It looks kind of basic, doesn't it? It doesn't scare you like it probably should do. He's a big guy. Yeah, it's not intimidating, I agree. The worst Gen 4 sprite though is I think it might be the Gengar Platinum sprite. Look at this. Wait a minute. I can't find it. Whatever. Oh, wait. It's really bad. It's really bad. Talking of bad sprites, here's Tyranitar. Tyranitar 3 is a pretty bad set though. Surprisingly no, because this looks bad on paper, T-Tar 4, but actually it just gets stuck on Dragon Dance because it wants to be outspeeding. Slightly more annoying is T-Tar 1, but T-Tar 1 doesn't have Earthquake, so it just can't win. It can't keep up with the defense boost I get. And then T-Tar 3 and T-Tar 2 is like, they're both jokes. Although I am on the train, I think T-Tar 2 is underrated because it is quite nice to just have a scarf and stuff. Obviously in factory, like T-Tar 2 gets deserves a bit more respect. But mostly because Choice Scarf is just an incredibly rare item. I'm trying to think how many Scarf Pokemon there are on Gen 4. I think it's like Porygon Z has a Scarf set. T-Tar. Rampardos. Is that it? Oh, there's a Linoon set, but it's not in the later stages of factory. Yeah, I must say that this thing is absolutely terrifying. Rampardos 4. In basically every facility, except Arcade, because it doesn't get its Choice Scarf there. Too fast, hits too hard, and also, it's not just it hits you hard, it hits itself hard. So it just disappears. Does a load of damage and then GTFOs. So yeah. And because it's Gen 4, and it's the Tower, set 4 Pokemon are way more common. Rampardos 4 is pretty common in relative terms. It is a bit evil though. This is the second most common set in Gen 4, is Metagross 4. This thing is also a complete nightmare. It's the unholy trinity. Clear Body, Quick Claw, Explosion, Meteor Mash. Cool. Well, thanks for sticking around. It was fun. I probably did another 7 wins I was going to. Keeps me focused as well. Yeah. Playing this theme perfectly is really hard. I don't think I do a very good job, actually. Cool. Thanks, Alexi. See you later. I will. I upload highlights to my YouTube channel now. I try to. It's basically all the games where something goes wrong, or it's really close, or I get really unlucky. Trying to upload those as separate videos. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Cool. See you later.